We were up at 6:30, so I'm out here pretty early this morning so I can head to my doctor's appointment in Durham. It's at 9, but it's going to be like an hour drive, even on the turnpike, even, you know, because of the time of day. Tux, honey, you have to come here. Hi, bud. You moved Ruby out for me. It's just like old times. Right. Thank you. Don always helps me get out the door because I'm always running a little late. He's putting my stow caddy in the back. I took it out for the meetup. Well, you better enjoy your one-day off from walking because tomorrow we're back at it, buddy.
Rest day.
Rest
yeah, baby.
I'm probably stopping somewhere on the way home yet. That somewhere is TBD.
I understand.
I don't know. It won't be Guardian Angels because it's Monday and they're closed.
Right.
I should never schedule Monday appointments that take me through Apex because that stops me from stopping in up there while I'm in the area. 8:47 a.m. is the projected arrival time, so I'm good. I got to be there. I'm supposed to be there 15 minutes early, so I'm good.
Yeah, all right.
It's currently 76 out there. I think Ruby's been out of the garage long enough for that to be accurate and avoid these potholes here. And it's partly cloudy, and I don't think we're expecting rain today, and I don't think the chance of showers amounted to anything at our house last night. And like I said, I am headed to Durham, so that means get on the 540 turnpike, get on to 147, and you know, get off and work my way over to an office building near Duke Regional Hospital or near the stadium up there. Well, there really are quite a few cars on the turnpike this morning. I'm not used to seeing so much traffic out here. It's certainly far from crowded. It's just that when they first opened this, and I don't remember what year that was, but it's been quite a few now. Time flies when you're getting older. It was, you know, very Spartan. And I would say there is a fair amount of commute traffic, and actually in both directions, which is also a tad bit of a surprise. Look at the beautiful flower garden at that house. Wow, very pretty. There's the hospital over in that direction, actually right behind that building you see. I got here on time and scrambled inside, and I'll tell you a little bit more here in a minute. I did leave Ruby's climate on 80, and I can hear that she's cooling. Thank you, Ruby. Always appreciated. So the surgeon, she is a plastic surgeon because I had reconstruction after my breast cancer surgery. She wants me to go see a special lady chiropractor and feels that my shoulder and rib cage, that there's an alignment issue in there. She kind of thought that back in 2017, and I didn't follow up with this lady chiropractor, so this time I'm going to listen because I really want to resolve it, and I think her advice is really sound, and it's, you know, it's not invasive. It's not a surgery. It's not medicine, you know, pharmaceuticals. I'm good with following up. So I have an appointment now for Friday morning to get that looked at. She feels everything is good. Nothing has wrong, nothing that would require surgery from her perspective. So that is reassuring news. And I'll just follow up like she asked me to, because I really, you know, I've had a relationship with this doctor for over 10 years now, and or going on 10 years now, and I really feel like I can trust her. So that's good. Harbor Freight is close by because I've been there with Dawn before. We went there before the one in Sanford and before the one in Cary. Whenever Dawn needed to go to Harbor Freight, when we were up here at the hospital, we would go to the one over here. So I really need 3 of my storage bins. I don't have any idea whether they're on sale or not today, but I need 3, and it's close by. One of them is so I can split the bricks up in a bin that I use all the time. It's the flat floor tiles, the flat tiles, because it's too heavy and I'm oftentimes lifting it with the left side, which is hurting just how I'm sitting over there. And I need to lighten that bin. It's too heavy to lift with one hand, and even turning and lifting with 2 hands. And why suffer with it being too heavy when I can fix that problem? So I'm gonna do that. It was possible this was feeling a little better over the last few days when I wasn't working on my Legos, which is not gonna keep me from working on my Legos. And I'm not sure we have a real cause and effect, but if there's something I can do to alleviate some of the stress of lifting the Lego bins around and working on my project, I should probably do that, especially before I get adjusted. So, well, we'll see what this lady says Friday. I guess they've got a little carnival in this parking lot. I remember talking my dad into going on one of those rides one day, not a Ferris wheel, but a spinny thing. So I believe this parking lot used to be, the shopping center here on the right used to be a Kmart is what it was. And now it appears to be some sort of a Chinese buffet, hibachi style place. But yes, back in the day, this over here was a Kmart. And the Harbor Freight, oh wow, that looks like fun. I think I'll head for the mats and not the metal grate. Of course, this is not Jules, so I really have real tires here, but still, we want to be careful. Anyway, the Harbor Freight just takes up part of the shopping center down here on the end. Thankfully, like I said, I've been here with Dawn before, so I'm sort of familiar with, know the drill over here. The little red awning is where the Harbor Freight is. Those lines are weird. You basically can't stay between the inner ones. You can stay between the outer ones. I don't know. The painting is weird, in my opinion. Ruby's not a little car. Yay, storage. So they're not on sale, but they have them. I didn't come in for nothing. So Tesla is 15 miles and 25 minutes from here. I thought I might try to swing by and see if I can see an S or an X that has the refreshed dash. I don't know for sure if they do or they don't have one there, but sort of in the vicinity. It's kind of on the way home. I have time now. Johnny's not up yet. I don't have to rush back to the house. My only you know, hard stop today is I have to be home at 2:30 to take Johnny to his private Taekwondo lesson in person. And that's my only other have to do at a certain time today. Yeah, this worked out nicely. 85 is right there at Harbor Freight, and then 85 has a quick connector over to 70, and 70 is Glenwood Avenue, which is where Tesla is. So, yeah, this worked out great. I haven't often traveled this part of 70. I'm actually where Miami Boulevard hits 70, and Miami to the right here south goes down to IBM. But occasionally we would go out at lunch and maybe end up in this direction, but not usually. Like I figured, it was a pretty easy drive over here from where I was in Durham. 4/10 of a mile now. Four Wheel Parts is in this shopping center here leading up to Tesla, so one can kind of understand why there are Jeeps out front. I figured the parking lot was going to be pretty busy. Hopefully there's a place to at least park Ruby over here. Oh, here on the end. Oh, but that is an awfully narrow spot. Yeah, can you say not a lot of parking? One always wondered how they could do what they did at the other spot. Most of that was a lot of shuffling cars from a remote location where they could store them. Yeah, there's no shortage of cars here. I really think that one spot over there may have been the only spot. So, well, there's one actually, but that's in the new cars ready for pickup location. So probably could have put Ruby in this spot right here, but not with the dumpster there. So I will come down here on the end and make this spot work. I got Ruby in that spot okay. I did have to back in a couple of times, and this guy's here to remove that container now. So these cars with the white on the front, you know they got to be brand new and just arrived and getting ready for delivery. That's quite a few of them. The actual, like, I'm being picked up is over there on the other road. So the short answer is no new S or X on site, and inside is a 3 and a Y, which you would probably expect. And I'm just sitting in the Y for a second, looking at the updated console. I know one of our viewers has a Y and had asked to get the console upgraded if possible, and I don't know if that was or that wasn't. You know, this is nice, obviously. That was a little hard to push back, a little snug, but I guess you do, it's not like it auto opens, so you do have to push it up, but then it glides back really nice. So, and it's not piano black anymore. This is a black interior Y, but it's not piano black anymore. It's a nice matte finish, and this on the side looks really nice, although I'm thinking for putting your lights on like we did, it might be a little harder to spudger in the, this just seems a lot less of a gap over here. And then I guess this is passive charging now, wireless charging for the phone slot up there. That looks pretty good. It's sort of a felt feel to it, and no wires, charging ports or anything. Obviously though, the ports have got to be in there somewhere. Okay, they're here. They're on this back wall now. I'm just gonna say by feeling them that they're both C's. I don't think they're USB A's. I think this car, they're both a C. It just feels that way with my finger. And yeah, that still opens. So that would be the only real difference that I'm noticing on the interior between Jules and what's being shipped now. Otherwise, it looks very much the same. There's the little open me here button. And in the middle row here, 2 C ports. Now, Don says in Jules that the C port doesn't fast charge, or doesn't fast charge his phone. So I'm wondering if they fixed that problem now and these charge faster. The back now, and this Y has a good gap between these 2 panels. Now you could say that's good or that's not good, I don't know. Now notice here at the back there's the tab, and we have that. But what we have a problem is actually opening this part, because there's like not really a gap and there's no flap. I guess I would love to have seen, I don't know, a tab on the on both sides or something to make it easier. Probably what Don should do is we should just Velcro on our own tab. I mean, it's manageable, but and I don't know, I'll have to go double check Jules, because I've intentionally pushed it forward and backward, and that's a gap. Now some people probably don't like that, but of course you can come to the back and you could push it up a bit. I would just say on this one that that's a little more of a gap for sure than we have with Jules. But you can close it up a little bit if you want to. Jules have the carpet up here. Now I gotta go home and look at that too. Yeah, I don't know. That's nice for not scuffing. You know, Ruby has a few scuffs back here, no matter how I try to make the load not move. Well, that's a lot more 3s than I would have thought, but then there's Ys there too. I wonder if they even have an X available for a test drive today. Hopefully. Hopefully. Well, I enjoyed my stop, even though I wasn't totally able to complete my mission. I'll be back. So my doctor wants me to come and give blood for one more thyroid test. I'm going to stop there on the way home. I'm leaving Tesla now. The doctor is pretty close to the house, and it looks like it's just going to take me down past Crabtree Valley Mall onto the I-440 belt line, then to US 1, Highway 55, and I'll be in Fuquay. It's 27 miles and 39 minutes, which is sounds about right, because normally we would allot 45 to get to Crabtree, so that's well, I guess I decided that I am so close to Whole Foods that I'm going to run in and grab a few items on the way back to Fuquay. Nothing that can't stay in the car while I go get the blood drawn. They have this nifty check-in thing over there at the doctor's office, and I don't think it's going to take very long. And you know, if it is going to be a long wait, because they tell you what your appointment slot is, then I can always come back another time. Made it to Whole Foods. Eye doctor called back. I can go in on June the 24th, and she told me to try some new drops. So I don't know if I'll stop at Walmart right on my way back into town, or if I'll go later this afternoon after Johnny's private taekwondo. We'll see. I'm feeling good. I'm handling all these errands well. That's a relief, of course. I haven't seen this guy before. Alligator, crocodile, I don't know, but he really didn't even get a full cart today. And I love bringing Dawn home the bad kitty blend. I got to check out with my friend Clarissa today, and she gave me a big hug, asked for Johnny. I promised to bring him in sometime over the summer. I love checking out with her. It really ends my visit at Whole Foods in a great way. Met the lady at the bakery counter who actually does the cupcake decorating. She really loved the feedback about how much people enjoy looking at her cupcakes. You know, I smile and wave and chat and talk to pretty much everybody I know in there and don't know, so it was a pretty good visit. It's only 12:15. So I know it seems like I've been out and about and doing stuff for forever, and I pretty much have, but I started so early this morning. So I'm headed back to Fuquay now. I think I'm still going to stop for the blood draw, but we'll see. Like I said, if they can take me right away, I'll stay, and if I'm going to have to wait 30 minutes, I'm going to take my groceries on. Oh, well, it's raining. But after the dryness we've had, I'm not going to complain about rain. I'm just not. It keeps me from having to water and get mosquito bites where it's all good. It's all good. Alright, let's go see what the wait is. Wouldn't you know it, it's 12:45 p.m. and they're closed from 12:30 to 1:30, and then they close for good at 3:45. So I took a picture of the sign so I'll know for next time. I'll be headed back out in about 90 minutes, so I think I'm gonna leave Ruby out. It rained pretty good in town. We did not get the rain here. And as best as I can tell, there's no kitty. Please, Tesla, put a... Hey, Donnie. Please, Tesla, put a camera so I can see what's on the ground in front of the car. Please. Hey, Donnie.
Hey there.
Did you track me on the Tesla app to see all the fun I was having?
No, actually, I've just been on one call after another, sweetie. I'm sorry.
I understand. I'll update you on where I've been, including Tesla.
Okay. Wow. Well, you looks like you've been to Whole Foods.
Yep, Whole Foods and Harbor Freight.
Ooh, Harbor Freight.
Johnny and I are headed to his private in-person taekwondo lesson, and he is sporting his new green taekwondo shirt. I really like the color. I'm headed over to Walmart. I was gonna go afterward, but Johnny says he's got friends online that just came on as he was leaving, and they're, you know, he thinks they'll be around to hang with when he gets back. So, I told him I thought I could get over there and back in 30 minutes. His lesson's 20, but it will take less time overall. So, anyway, I won't dilly-dally. It takes as long as it takes. I'm going for those eye drops. And one or two other things, but I don't have to browse today. I got what I needed, and it's 3:25, so 5 minutes back across the stoplights, and that's about what I expected. So good to know for future reference too. I walked pretty fast. I might have not have got my morning walk in, but I hauled it down there and back, and I had 24 cans of cat food in my arms most of the time because I was a silly ninny and didn't get a shopping cart. Can't pass up 24 cans of poultry platter though. I guess I'm still afraid that it's going to be a shortage again. So I noticed on my way out to Taekwondo that Ruby had a software update. She's downloading it and almost done downloading it. It's 2021.4.18.2 because we wouldn't want to jump up too far there in numbers, right? So just as soon as the download completes, and I don't expect that to take very long, I will try to remember to go ahead and kick that off. Let me bring up the Tesla app and look at Joules and see if it's downloading for Joules too. I'm down to 80 miles range. I drove all over the place today. I'll put some TeslaFi charts at the end. And mostly I typically am just showing there that it really doesn't cost a lot to run the air conditioner while you run into places and keep the car from getting super hot. But you'll also see the mileage and the map and how long I was in the car and all those good fun kind of numbers. Looking at Joules now. They sort of made it sometimes that you actually have to switch vehicles this way. But not all the time, but sometimes. So it's waking Joules up. And if I sit in the car another minute, it's going to let me start the software update. Still says it's waking up. We do notice Joules sleeps really, really, really good, but then she wakes up so slow. It's kind of annoying. Wish the car would be responsive to the app quicker. Dum, 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 dum. And of course, always when I'm filming. Come on, Joules. Yeah. I'm moving around in here. I get it. So, no software downloads for her. And she's at 4.18. So, well, I'm probably going to wait here because it's all the way over to the side for just a minute more and see if I can kick it off before I leave the car. Let me plug in while I wait. Yeah, I don't think I have any place special to go tomorrow. I do have a drive Wednesday. Johnny has a hangout session with some friends up at Galaxy Fun Park with the indoor electric go-karts. And that's quite a drive. That's an hour from here. It's sort of in North Raleigh. So I definitely need to make sure I am prepared with mileage for Wednesday. She says she's going to start charging at 8:30 p.m., which is what is expected. And where is she on the software chart? Not quite agreeing that the download is finished. I'll give it just a minute more. So my flat tiles are now split up into 2 containers. Weighs a lot less than it did before, and they all fit nicely. Well, there are a lot of pieces to this roof, but I have gotten it. You can sort of see maybe up underneath there's a little wedge. You see the spot where the wedge goes, and it's going to fit in there like that. And that back corner, it does snap on. I've had it in place permanently one time already just to double check. And then there's going to be all these black slopey pieces on top, but there's actually a good bit more up here, and then that, and cutting in this window, and there's a couple more windows in the attic. So I started on that and it's going along good, but I'm going to stop for now because it's 6 and Dawn's going to go dig a hole for me. Panther Gray and Slate are all on the front porch, and Marty, Morris, and Stripe are right here on the boardwalk. Big yawn. Dawn's got this little azalea planted over here. That was that really pretty special one I bought near Mother's Day at Home Depot that had the really pretty flowers.
It bloomed its little heart out.
I don't know if it'll make it or not, and it's small. You know, azaleas, little azaleas are hard to keep alive. They need a lot of water. Their roots don't make contact with the dirt super quick. I told them we're going to hold off on planting these lilies. If we planted them where I want them, we're going to make something not look good. So we're going to hold off. But he was going to put up the fence for me around the lilies down there and then do a little touch-up mowing at the street. So he's all bug sprayed up.
Yeah, if I'd have known I was only going to dig one hole today, I would have probably not done so crazy.
Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't never mind not having to dig holes.
Good.
Never hurts.
When I said I needed Don to install the fences before the deer ate my lilies over here, this is what I meant. We used these panels before for a small garden we had that we don't have anymore because there's not enough sun here and I can't grow anything. And we've reused them several times for several things, and this is now the current use for them. Is in the summer they go up here. I guess we've got 3 of them. And Don has a way of putting up a couple of pole stakes to hold them up and keeps the deer away.
Keeps them from becoming deer food.
That's right. Like I can enjoy my lilies plenty and then we take them down. Yeah, the year I came out one morning and every single lily bud that I had been eaten before I got to see them. That wasn't a good morning.
Yeah.
What the? Yeah, and a few other things.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Couple of those posts, some cable ties. Goes up quick, comes down quick.
Yep.
And
there's actually a little gate on that end. You can swing that one out.
Okay.
That end right there opens up.
Okay.
And oh well, this end open up too. Basically, the only part that doesn't open up is the middle part.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh boy, get the cut grass down.
There's not much to cut.